wait, there's more. Check out this hospital in Nebraska that couldn't hold up against the relentless flood outside. The doors and windows were no match for Mother Nature's wrath, and the hospital ended up looking like a scene straight out of a disaster movie. In Japan, the basement. It's like a magic trick, but with water instead of rabbits. One moment, everything seems fine, and the next, you're swimming in an indoor pool you never signed up for. Brains? Nope, not in New Zealand. This flash flood took everyone by surprise. Mother Nature sure knows how to keep us on our toes. The residents of Sendai, this city in Japan, only had 8 minutes of warning before a tsunami hit. Can you imagine that? 8 minutes? Insane. In just a matter of minutes, the whole area looked like it was in the middle of the ocean. I mean, talk about adding insult to injury. As if the typhoon wasn't enough, Mother Nature had to throw in a tsunami for good measure.
Oh, she's gone. Oh.
You won't believe this. There was this bridge that was supposed to be tsunami-proof. It was built to withstand the fiercest waves Mother Nature could throw at it. But oh man, was it in for a surprise. When the tsunami hit, it didn't stand a chance. The waves crashed against it with all their might, and before you could say tsunami-proof, the bridge was washed away like a toy in a bathtub.
Oh man!
Close call, friends. A part of a road collapses just behind a parked car due to a flash flood. Thank goodness for those quick-thinking bystanders who stopped in and saved the day. Talk about being an incognito during a water storm. But boy, was it wrong. The gigantic waves swept in, washing away the entire house in a hilarious turn of events. It was like watching a cartoon with the house trying to tiptoe away from the storm, but failing miserably. Lesson learned. You can't outsmart Mother Nature. She always has the upper hand. Washed away an entire bus. Luckily, no one was inside at the time. But still, talk about a wild Arab Emirates turned the city into a maze of waterways. Forget about cars. Boats were the only way to get around. It's like a modern-day version of Venice with skyscrapers instead of gondolas. And get this, a truck and a house guest washed away. Can you believe it? It's like Mother Nature decided to show off her superpowers or something. Now, let's talk about the flood in Pakistan. I gotta tell ya, that was one determined flood. It didn't let anything stand in its way. It's like it turned everything in its path into a trampoline, like the flood was having its own little bouncing party. I wonder if it had some water balloons. Yeah, and snacks too. Right? In Japan, dozens of people had to be airlifted to safety after severe floods hit. Can you imagine being stuck in that situation? It's like a fun place to ride, but they're not the best spot to hide during a flood. It's like trying to play hide and seek in plain sight, but with water as the seeker. So much for blending. Tiger Leaping Gorge may sound like an adventurous destination, but during monsoon season, it's a whole different story. The river's bottom is 4 kilometers down, making it a terrifying place to fall. It's definitely not for the faint of heart, or those with a fear of heights. The building got flooded. Desks, books, and furniture were swept away like they were in a water park ride. The level of destruction was mind-boggling, but thankfully no one was inside the school at the time, so no injuries were reported. Oh, talk about the power of heat waves. This concrete bridge in Pakistan got toppled due to a heat wave that melted glaciers and caused a flood. It just goes to show that Mother Nature can be one heck of a force to reckon with. This Chucky railway bridge just couldn't catch a break. This old-timer has been standing strong for a century, but this flash flood was just too much for it to handle. It's like the bridge said, "All right, I've had enough. I'm out." Luckily, nobody was on the bridge at the time, so no harm was done. But hey, talk about going out with a bang, right?